Hey Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is your February love and connection or love and relationship reading or connection. It's not just romance, it's with family, friends, business partners, um, whether you're in a committed or non-committed relationship or single. This is just your overall connections with other people and the lessons that are needing to be learned within those connections. Okay, so your energy is very strong here, Scorpio, in your reading. For some of you all, you may be dealing with another Scorpio, or you're dealing with someone else who has Scorpio in their chart, and that energy is very potent, very fixed in nature. There's a lot that has been happening to you, Scorpio, in your life as of recent, and it's kind of been going on off and on for maybe a couple years now, maybe a few years. And I feel, Scorpio, you have to let go of what you think you understand about life, about what you think you understand about relationships. You have to have humility and be honest with yourself about your beliefs. Don't just follow intuition thinking that you know what you're doing. You have to let the universe prepare you for what you're getting yourself into. There may have been a situation or a connection that you jumped into with someone and you automatically felt that your intuition or your creator, your spirit guides, whoever, maybe your gut was telling you, yes, this is right, but Scorpio, were you prepared for what was to come within this connection? Because the universe can tell you that, oh, this connection is a beautiful one, it's meant to be, but there may have been some baggage that came along with that connection. Any connection that you find yourself in with anyone or that you choose to be in, there are lessons that need to be learned within that connection. Things are not just going to stay positive all the time. You have to grow to become aware of what lessons you need to learn within your connections with other people or within this particular connection with a significant other, for those of you who are dealing with a significant other. Your sign, Scorpio, represents death and rebirth. And if you're not willing to experience those things in your life, then you're not really practicing empowerment as a Scorpio, right? So we have the death card at the bottom of the deck. This is Scorpio energy. So what you're dealing with is a transformation, a very transformative type of situation with someone. Does this mean that you're not meant to be with that person? No, but it could mean that. But it's transformative nonetheless. You can't just be upset at how things are going without understanding, okay, why am I always running into this type of person? Or why are things not going my way? Because I feel that certain decisions that you've made up until this point, Scorpio, for some of you, it's caused you to feel confused as to, okay, I did this, I did that, I did the best that I could. How come nothing is working out? How come nothing is going the way I want it to go? And again, learning to understand that your intuition can get you into, depending on how you follow your intuition, it can get you into some trouble. It can get you stuck. So if you're just following your intuition or following what your spirit guides are saying without a sense of empowerment or understanding, okay, if you're not doing what you need to do that is best for yourself as you follow your intuition, because you're trying to follow like a bread trail towards something that you desire, as you follow that bread trail, if your head is down following the bread trail, you're not really aware of what's going on around you on the way there. Does that make sense? So there is a need to pick your head up and look around you and be aware of what is going on. Be aware of the intentions of other people. Instead of just trying to keep your head down to manifest something that you want, you have to pay attention to what's going on. Because things are going, there may be some unexpected things that arise. There are some imbalances that need to be brought back into balance. So these are things that you have to pay attention to, Scorpio. So we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse, so that's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here. Again, that confusion, illusions, not really having a direction that you're going in. You're just living, you're not living life, you're just doing without understanding what you're doing and where you're going. Or there may be someone that you're dealing with who is doing the same thing, and they may be a mirror. You may have jumped into a relationship way too quickly, or a situation way too quickly, without understanding, okay, what am I getting myself into? What type of baggage does this person have that is going to be coupled with my burdens or my baggage? Because we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So again, something happened too quickly, or things just started to pop off. Because the Knight of Pentacles in the upright position is slow movement, taking your time to understand your path, taking the time to understand everything that you come across on your path, every person that you come across on your path. The Knight of Pentacles takes time, not just a few minutes or a few hours. Sometimes this will take a few months to a few years to really understand what you're getting yourself into, or who you're dealing with. But at the end of the day, you have a path to trod. But again, Scorpio, you may have your head down following this bread trail to this huge loaf of bread, or this huge goal, or this thing that you want. Like you're in a forest and there's breadcrumbs. There's a bread trail going to where you want to go, and your head is down following the bread trail, but you're not paying attention to everything else. You're not paying attention to the sun coming up or down. You're not paying attention to different obstacles that it'll just hit you like a train because you're not paying attention. And there is an energy of being just content, just being, again, just following that bread trail and just focusing on what you want. But it's okay to live in the moment, but I feel like there's an imbalance to that too with you, Scorpio, in your connections with other people. Because if you're dealing with people or someone who doesn't pay attention either, and they may be lonely, or they're expecting you to give them what they want, and when you can't give that to them in any given moment, in your mind you may feel that they've just changed on you, or they just turned on you and they're upset with you. But that has been the energy since the beginning. It's just that maybe you weren't really paying attention, and there's a need to pay attention. Pay attention to everything. Pay attention to any person that crosses your path, who approaches you. Pay attention, because even if that person is meant to be in your life forever, whether they're a friend or a significant other, you have to pay attention to their intentions when they're bringing themselves to you, when they're bringing their energies and their baggage to you. Are they expecting you to unbox their baggage and cleanse their baggage? Or are they doing their best to do that themselves? Like there are things, and you can't be resentful. I just get the like, we have this Scorpio energy, the Scorpion. This is fire energy. So some of you guys may have fire in your chart, or you're dealing with a fire sign. But again, that looking at everybody around you and feeling like, well, why is everybody else getting what they want and they're not dealing with any problems, but I'm dealing with all these problems all the time. You have to let go of that energy, Scorpio. You can't be jealous. You can't be resentful of the universe, or resentful that other people are having normal experiences that you want to have, because Scorpio, there is a need to pay attention. Everybody has their own path, like with the Knight of Pentacles here. Everybody has their own path, and you have to follow your path, Scorpio, but don't just have tunnel vision. You have to look around you. You have to understand what type of baggage or type of messes that people have created in your life, or that you've created for yourself, that need to be cleaned up. You can't just expect things to just be set into place for you, and you not focusing on what needs to be addressed. There may have been some unresolved trauma or negative happenings or experiences, unresolved experiences that have happened to you, Scorpio, that you're still holding on to. There is a need for you to forgive. There's a need for you to be honest with yourself. There's a need to practice humility. Okay? It's okay to be wrong sometimes, you know. As human beings, as living beings, we're always going to be wrong about something. We're not perfect. Okay? And then you have the encouragement card. It's that number 9. The number 9 is pretty strong with you. Okay, 54, 5 and 4 is 9. And then you have the 9 of Cups here. So follow your intuition, but don't be wise about it. Be wise about following your intuition. Don't just jump to conclusions about something and think like, oh, this was meant for me, this is meant to be, without understanding that there are underlying issues or underlying messages that are trying to be given to you in the process of you following that bread trail, or that breadcrumb trail, right? I hope I'm making sense. It was very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay? It's that transformative energy, that life and death experience. And I feel like for some of you, this life and death cycle is occurring every single day. It's just constantly happening, because the universe is trying to wake you up. It's trying to get you to understand, okay, there are some things that you need to address there. You need to clean your mess. You need to clear out people that don't belong here in your life anymore, or for a certain period of time. Okay? So let's see what your last card says, because you have consistency here. So I think that's interesting. I feel like there is a need for consistency, a need for light to be constantly shed on certain things to remind you, okay, I need to fix this. I need to, day in and day out, I feel like for the next month, especially in February, day in and day out, you need to be focused on what needs to be addressed. Focus on what you need to be aware of in your connections with other people. Okay? Don't give up on something just because it doesn't look like it's working out. If you're in a relationship, then because I don't see that there is a need for you to walk away. I just feel from someone, I just feel like there are some things that you needed to clean out of your life that you didn't when you met this person. And maybe to some degree you thought that this person was going to help you clean your mess, but that's just not the case here, Scorpio. And so since this person is here, you know, you may be content with this person, or this person is content with you and they're happy with you. For some of you all, you may be distracted by this mess that has been created for you, that you're not giving your time to this person, for some of you. Okay? So for the consistency card, we have, your habits make you what you are. Stay committed to your goals. Steady progress will get results. It can take a lifetime to be an overnight success. So there's no rush to burn yourself out. Being consistent in your words and actions builds a reliable platform. An occasional show of kindness does not make someone kind. Love is dependable. Be or turn to someone you can count on. So this is not about, okay, you pray for one thing, you do one good thing, and all of a sudden, like I said, that bread trail I was telling you about, don't just think that because you did something, you prayed for something and the universe showed you what you needed to do to get that thing, and you did it, and you're going after it. Like I said, day in and day out, this transformative energy is constant. It's not something that, because if things don't, that's kind of, in a way, a childlike way of looking at life. You have to grow, Scorpio, and if you're dealing with someone who has this mentality, they need to grow up, right? They need to understand that just because you may pay the bills, or you may clean the house, or you may take this person out, or whatever it is that you do that you feel, oh, this sets me straight for this relationship, I don't have to do anything more than that, and I should just be able to be happy in this relationship and not have to worry. No, that's not true, Scorpio. You have to be consistent in everything, not just doing little good deeds here and there. And if you're allowing another person to do this to you, where, oh, they do one good deed here and there and they feel like, oh, they're set for life with you, that's not how that works. In all areas of a relationship, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, financially, intimately, you have to be consistent every single day. You have to be consistent in understanding that that person is emotionally secure with you, mentally secure with you, right? If that makes sense. This is for both, all parties involved that you're dealing with. So if people in your life, Scorpio, feel that because they've done one good thing towards you and they're good and they don't have to do anything more after that, and that just sets them for life, that's just that you need to walk away from that. Okay? And if you feel that you've done every single good thing that happened, you just feel like you're set and there's nothing more that you need to do in that regard, that's just not that's just not how things work. It's about consistency. So understand your power, Scorpio. Understand this Scorpio energy. This death card is not something that just happens once and that's it. It's not something that happens every once in a while. It's something that happens every single day. Death and life happen every single day. And it's not just the ultimate death of dying and leaving this world and being buried and having a funeral. No, it's death every single day of putting to death negative thoughts when you wake up and bringing to life the positive thoughts. Putting to death maybe laziness to get a task done every single day. Putting to death those negative thoughts that block us from manifesting every day. Daily practice of transformation and life and death, that cycle of life and death, daily practice will create that muscle memory, Scorpio. And in your relationships, daily practice of transformation, of life and death, of loving oneself, of being consistent in your connections with other people. And that doesn't mean that you have to be intimate with someone on a daily basis, or you have to worry about money on a daily basis, or go to counseling on a daily. It just means that if you're practicing self-love on a daily basis, you're dealing with everyone in love on a daily basis, you're praying on a daily basis to your ancestors or to your spirit guides or to your creator, whoever, practice the art of transformation every single day, little by little. Don't just get caught up in the highlight portions of life. Focus on the little things that need to be addressed. Right? Well, that was a very interesting reading, Scorpio. A very deep reading. I wish that, I can be that one of those readers that just talks about, like, oh, you're going to be with this person, you're going to break up, a lot of my readings are very, very deep because that's just what I do. I'm a healer. I give people information from the spirit realm on a much more deeper level, right? In order for people to understand for the long term in their life, to understand the decisions, to be aware of the decisions that they're making for the long term. Okay? So, much love and light to all of you guys, Scorpio. I love you. I wish you guys all the very best on this journey. And I hope to see you guys in your next video. Alright, take care. Bye.